Hi, how you doing? This one is going to be a really quick video, which is usually a surefire sign that it's a really long video. I guess I'll find out when I edit it. Not too long ago, I made a video with Matt Easton of the Schola Gladiatoria channel. Matt's my brother-in-law, we're in a bubble through COVID, so we're allowed to hang out together and we're allowed to get together. We made a video discussing the best art for self-defense. We didn't really come up with a conclusion, we didn't really agree. It's not a surprise. I've known Matt for 20, 25 years, something like that. We often have friendly debates about these things, but that's not really what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about now is the fact that within the comments of that video, and there were a lot of people, 30, 40 people, made a very similar point. And by made a similar point, I mean completely missed the point in the same way. What they're trying to say goes a little like this. Wrestling is a bad idea because going to the ground is a bad idea. If you think that training in wrestling is a worthless thing to do because going to the ground in a fight is a bad idea, then you are an idiot. Now, please don't think that I'm suggesting that in a self-defense situation, in a scenario where you're out with your friends or your family or even by yourself and a violent encounter happens, that you should go to the ground. Absolutely, you should not go to the ground. There's a lot of reasons for that. I'm not going to go into them here. We discussed some of them in the other video. Have a look at that. But there are some things that you have to take into consideration. Firstly, fights go to the ground. Fights are messy. People get tangled up. There's a concept in self-protection called the FUT, the f***ed up tangle, or the fouled up tangle, which is a slightly more polite way of saying it. You get together with someone, you come to a clinch, and you don't get to control how that clinch, how that tangle happens. And often people have had a drink or two, often people are taken unawares. Falling over, tripping over, losing your balance is really very common indeed. Going to the ground happens a lot. Now, I only know, really, of one surefire way to dramatically reduce your chances of going to the ground, whether that's because the other person wants to take you down, or whether you just mess up and go down anyway, and that is to practice it a lot. And whether it's judo, whether it's sambo, whether it's freestyle, whether it's catch, whatever it is, a form of wrestling-based combat is exactly what you need to be able to prevent yourself from going to the ground in the first place. Whether that's a good sprawl, whether it's a snap down, whether it's a twist and cross block, whatever it is, whatever your particular defensive choice is, if you've trained it, you'll be able to do it. If you haven't trained it and you just think, oh, wrestling's no good, I don't want to go to the ground, you're going to end up on the ground. The best way to not go to the ground is to have spent months or even years training, not letting that other guy take you down to the ground in the first place. So I absolutely stick by what I said in that video, and that some form of grappling that starts from standing is absolutely essential for self-defense. Because if you don't do that, then you're screwed. Because you're going to end up on the ground. Now, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a fantastic art, but if your BJJ school starts from kneeling, or encourages you to pull guard as a way of initiating a fight, then you are significantly hamstringing yourself in any self-defense situation. So, wrestling, not grappling. That's the point. So, now we've got that clear, I want to show you something got this. This is an amazing book. This is a book that marks a turning point in the history of combat sports within the UK. And we're going to talk about this soon. I love it so much. And I'm going to check the copyright status on this book. And if it's legal to do so, then I will be copying this, scanning this at high-res images and releasing this to my supporters over on Patreon as this month's book. I'll let them know, probably won't mention it again here, but if you want a copy of this book, you need to head over to Patreon and sign up to support me. You don't have to. You still get access to all these videos, and that's great. But it'd be really cool if you could just have a look down below and check out the merch. There's a couple of things there. They're done through Spreadshirt, so it's all done independently of me. I get a bit of a cut, and it helps support the channel. So anyway, I hope you're having a great weekend. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with my point about wrestling? I'm probably just going to call you an idiot if you don't, but that's okay. A bit of friendly debate, that's always good. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you soon.